Okay. This one is a good one, and this one hits close to home. If you read my book, you'll know why. But here we go. You are a school teacher of young students, and the holidays are approaching. One student in the class does not celebrate Christmas because of his parents' wishes. Other students are teasing this child, and his feelings are hurt. Another student tells his parents about the situation, and those parents take it upon themselves to bring gifts and toys to school for the child who is not supposed to celebrate. This child is understandably happy and wants to keep the toys. What would you do? Would you A, take the toys away from the child and return them to the parents who brought them? Would you B, allow the child to keep the toys and let his parents return them if they wish? Or C, hide the toys from the parents and allow the child to play with them in school during recess? Or D, keep the toys and give them away to another child or a charity? I'm going to start to my right, Mr. Name.
Wow.
What would you do?
That's a hard one, but I think I would let the parents deal with that situation.
Let
You
the
know,
kids
yeah,
keep the
yeah, let them keep the toys. I mean, because it's heartbreaking to take something away from the kid if they're already happy about having it. So I would probably let the parents deal with that situation.
Okay.
Yeah, get myself out of that.
Right. What about you, Nicki?
This is a really hard one. You know what? I think in all honesty, I'd probably be that teacher. I would probably keep the toys for the child,
right.
Because
right.
I mean, like being a teacher, you know, it could go either way. It could be good or bad, but at the same time, you know, the child is happy, you know, because as you just read, the child's getting bullied.
Yes.
And I tolerate bullying.
Yes.
You know, I don't know if you knew this or not, but when I was little, I used to get bullied in class.
No.
Really? Breaking news.
I didn't know that.
I was kind of the outcast.
Okay.
For me personally, I would have to say, you know, do what you're supposed to do as a teacher, and, you know, do what you can for the kids. Do what a teacher should do and teach them life lessons and everything, and also keep them happy as you can.
Okay, I respect that answer. I want to come back to you with a follow-up question about that, but I want to go to the rest of our ladies. Miss Jeannie, which answer would you choose?
Actually, I have had first-hand experience with this situation.
Not surprising.
Wow.
I was the kid.
Okay.
I was the kid. I was raised in that type of situation. But I would say from a child that was raised like that perspective is that it's not as traumatic as people on the outside think it is. Because it's just as if you were raised in another way. That's your norm. You understand why the situation is the way it is, and you're cool with it. Now, if you can slide, you know, on the table and get something, you're going to do it. But as the teacher has to respect that each child comes with a family and a set of traditions and mores that you have to respect. So if someone comes, first of all, you're not going to come in my class doing whatever you want to. You have to come through me. So if you come through me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the stuff aside and I'm going to talk to the parents and say, what do you want to do? And then it goes from there. Whatever they want to do, that's what it is.
Miss Jeannie's the mean teacher, y'all. I want to come back to that too. Yes, Smith, what would you choose?
I get E.
D, what's D?
Okay, so, because D was to...
Keep the toys and give them away to a charity or
So, the parents bringing the toys to this one child or to the whole class?
bringing it to the one child who can't participate.
To the one child who can't participate. Well, what about the other kids?
The other kids are already participating, and so we assume, you know, it's not said, but we assuming that they already got some stuff.
So what about have the whole class, okay, you know, we all participate in the gift exchange and everything, but have the whole class donate these toys to a charity or so?
So nobody gets a toy.
That's a good one.
I think I'm going back to Miss Jeannie.
I like that
Because they're going to get toys anyway.
They're gonna get toys anyway.
But teach the children.
That's right.
To gather all the toys, teach the children, and including the ones who don't celebrate it at home, teach them to give to those less fortunate.
That's true.
That's
That's the answer.
Tolerance for a different point of view.
So did Ms. Smith change any of y'all minds live here on TV?
No.
Oh.
Maybe. That's
Ms.
good idea,
St.Claire, what answer would you?
Let the parents deal with it. I let the boy play with the toys. Go ahead. If your mama calm, if she wants you to have it, that's fine. If not, hey, that don't have nothing to do with me because, you know. I'm not trying to hurt no child's feelings. So, yeah, I'm going to let the parents handle that one.
Okay. Great answers, great perspective. Ms. Nicki, I wanted to ask, since you were the only one who said, I would let the child play with the toys during school hours, and the parents don't need to know about it, what would you do if the parent found out about this and came to school and says, listen, you did not respect our wishes by allowing our child to play with these toys without our knowledge? To that you would say what?
Yeah, because I thought about that too. I was like, see now, what if they came to school and actually found out? I would say that...
Security?
There you go. Call security.
Call security as the parents. It's like I would just tell them, I would just basically tell them my perspective of, you know, everything. It's like, look, your child's being bullied in school, and, you know, do something to make him happy. Because most likely, you know, I don't know how, we wouldn't really know how that kid is. He could have told somebody, he could have kept it to himself, you know, and him being in a situation, as I said, I don't tolerate bullying. And if it's something that to keep the child happy, when he's not really being able to do much, and the parents feel that it's not, you know, it's not how they do things, but, you know, I just feel like the child's important. That's just how I feel. The child's important. So if it makes them happy, you know, that's a good thing. I'll just let them know that what my perspective is.
Ms. Jeannie, you said that you had a unique perspective because you were raised in a situation similar to this.
That's right.
So say you're the parent, and your son or daughter is in Nicki's class, and you find out that she did what she just said she would do. Would you come to school and speak to her?
Yes, I would speak to her, but probably not the way that you think.
Okay.
My family was very balanced, and within anything, you have people that are off the chain,
Yes.
and you have people that are, you know, balanced in the middle. My parents were balanced. So we would have initially made that plain. I would have initially made that plain with you. And then if a situation arises, then I would, you know, it's done. It's done. It's really not a tragedy. It's not as crucial. You know, okay. So next year, let's make sure that this doesn't happen again. And, you know, okay, you got toy boo-boo.
Do you think that it is teaching the child, maybe even subliminally, that it's all right to hide things from mom and dad?
Yeah.
Absolutely. If it's not, if what you're saying, that's teaching them that it's okay to hide, and sometimes it might be something important that really needs a light shined on it. So you don't want to show those examples of, okay, in this case, because I'm feeling a certain type of way, we're gonna fudge the rules, because it's a lesson that children are so smart. They are so smart. You would be surprised. It would definitely be doing that,
right.
You know, sending a message that you don't want to send, that you can defy your parents.
Did anyone want to add anything to that before we close?
Well, the thing about children is you're always going to find out regardless. As much as they want to think that they're sneaky, they're not. And it'll be in their book bag, or it'll be randomly on the floor, and you come in and you're like, well, what's that? And they got the crazy face like, oh, she found out. So they're gonna basically tell them themselves anyway. I mean, and even if that situation where the parent came in, the teacher could say, well, these are just class toys. The whole class plays with these toys. He just happens to be the main one that plays with them. So, I mean,
We'll go that far now. We'll go that far. You're straight lying.
but you already lied. In the school, you done lied. Go ahead.
All right, I got you.
story that's similar to this. I was raised, my parents were Jehovah's Witnesses.
Mine too.
Okay, and so we were not allowed to celebrate Christmas and other holidays. We were also not allowed to vote. You know, can't vote in elections and stuff like that. So we had class elections one year, and you could vote for class president, class vice president, class treasurer, etc. like that. And our parents told us we weren't allowed to vote in those class elections either. So what happened was a female who went to my parents' congregation found out that she heard that I had voted in school, and she told her parents that I voted in school. Her parents told one of the elders, the elders told my parents that I had voted in school, and it became a big thing.
Oh, wow.
So my dad came to school to talk to the teacher because my dad did not believe that his son would vote in school because he thought that I was a good little boy, which I kind of was, but the truth is, not only did I vote, I ran for office and I won. I was vice president, my name was on the wall and everything. So when my dad comes to school to talk to the teacher, by the time the story got back to her, I had moved on to a higher grade. So he was talking to her about a story that happened last year. And she said to him, well, I don't remember Michael voting. What I said was, I don't remember him not voting. And she said, furthermore, I have so many students to deal with. There's no way in the world I could remember who voted and who didn't vote a year ago. So she diffused the whole situation and got me out of a lot of trouble. Now, that teacher was my 5th grade teacher, Miss Arts, and I found her on Facebook while I was writing a book, and I told her that I wrote that story of her, when that happened to me, in my book.
Oh, wow.
And it's chapter 5, Miss Arts class. And I sent her the story, and she loved it, and she said she remembered it, and she said she did do it to get me out of trouble. Shout out to Miss Arts. Thank you for joining us. As always, feel free to pick up a copy of my book, Voiceless, the Journal of an Underground Starving Artist, available on outskirtspress.com, barnesandnobles.com, Amazon Prime, or wherever you buy online books. It's available in ebook, Nook, Kindle, or paperback. So please feel free to support. There's some good stories in there. And also, the main event is Resolutions Dinner Theater, Sunday, December 13th.
Yes. 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. Is that easy? Not CP time.
5 o'clock.
For all of my guests, Miss St.Claire, Miss Smith, Miss Jeannie, Nakia, Danae, thank you for joining us, and for Miss Sinclair Sr., who had to leave a little bit earlier, thank you for joining us and gracing us with your presence. Much love and much success to you all in this event and everyone. And whenever you have any events or causes or productions that you want to promote in the future, or if you just feel like joining the panel for some good discussion, we're here every Wednesday night, 6 p.m. For Roundtable. For Randy Brown, Ms. Meka, Nicki Dandridge, shout out to Jay, DJ Shortcut, everybody on the Roundtable staff. Thank you for joining us. To the audience, thank you for listening. And we'll see y'all next Wednesday night, Roundtable. Real people, real talk, real issues. Peace.